Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nitya-dāsa Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for this session. We will continue our discussion on the prayers of Queen Kunti. Kunti Maharani said that Krishna's parents are very fortunate. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Krishna, your son of Vasudev, your son of Devaki, your son of Nanda Maharaj, all these three glorious devotees who acted as your parents are extremely glorious, extremely fortunate. But even more fortunate and more glorious than all these three devotees is Yashoda Mata. She speaks about Yashoda Mata in the next shloka. Gopya dade vai krita gasida matavad. Gopya dade vai krita gasida matavad. Yate dashashru kalilanjana sambhramaksham. Yate dashashru kalilanjana sambhramaksham. Vaktram niniya bhayabhavanaya sthitasya. Vaktram niniya bhayabhavanaya sthitasya. Samam vimohayati bhirapi yad vibheti. Samam vimohayati bhirapi yad vibheti. Gopya dade tvayi kritagasi damatavat. Gopi. Who is the gopi here? Yashoda Mata. So Yashoda Mata, Tvayi Krita Agasi means Krishna has done some offenses. Agasi is offenses. Krishna has committed some offenses in the Damodar Leela. Hare Krishna. What are some of the offenses committed by Krishna in the Damodar Leela? Stealing butter. Breaking the butter pot.
Feeding to monkeys.
Yes, feeding that butter to the monkeys. Then running away from Mother Yashoda, making Mother Yashoda run behind Krishna in all the streets of Vrindavan. And after Mother Yashoda, with great endeavor, caught Krishna, he spoke so many lies, so many offenses. So because Krishna committed so many mistakes, did so much mischief in Vrindavan, Yashoda Mata made a decision that I must bind this boy. Originally, Yashoda Mata never had a desire to bind Krishna. But after Krishna was caught by Mother Yashoda, Yashoda Mata asked some questions. Krishna, tell me, Who broke the butter pot? Then Krishna said, you broke the butter pot. When you neglectfully left me and ran into the kitchen, somehow the butter pot was hit by your anklet, and that's how the butter pot broke. Not a mistake. Oh really? I broke the butter pot? Then who fed the monkeys? Butter. Who distributed butter to the monkeys? Then Krishna said, the one who created them. The one who created the monkeys gave butter to the monkeys. Actually, it's a very deep philosophical point. When Krishna said, the creator is feeding, it's a fact. Yes, the one who created all of us will feed us also, will maintain all of us also. Krishna is the creator, Krishna is the maintainer, Krishna is the destroyer also. If required, he will destroy things. So Krishna told Mother Yashoda, apparently so many lies, but behind those lies there is great reality. And Mother Yashoda became very upset with Krishna. You clever boy with clever words, with clever replies, you are associating with monkeys, you are behaving like a monkey. Day and night you are with monkeys, you are acting like a monkey. You are coming from a lineage of monkeys. Hearing all these words from Mother Yashoda, Krishna thought, if I am a monkey, if I am coming from a lineage of monkeys, I must have inherited the qualities of a monkey from my mother's lineage, not from my father's side. Then Krishna said, you are calling me a monkey? Then I will not stay in your home. I will go to the forest and stay with the monkeys only. So that's the moment where Yashoda Mother decided, this boy is so agitated, so restless, and I am very busy with my household activities, and Rohini Mata is not at home, Nandamari is outside, Balram is also not around. If I get caught up in my household activities, definitely he may go to the forest and stay with the monkeys only. He may leave me. So Yashoda Mata decided to bind Krishna with a rope. That's the beginning of Damodar Leela. So Yashoda Mata made a decision, I must now bind him with a rope, and she brought so many ropes. Gopya dade tvayi krita gasida matavat. So knowing that Krishna has committed so many offenses, Yashoda Mata picked up some ropes to bind him. Damatavat. Now Kunti Maharani is speaking all this as a part of his prayers. So when you are praying to the Lord, will you point out some mistakes done by the Lord only? Will you point out some situations where you are embarrassed? But Kunti Maharani, out of her motherly affection, she is highlighting some moments in Krishna's pastimes where he was embarrassed. He was chastised, he was scolded, he was bound. Gopyada de tvayi krita gasida matavat yate dashashru kalila jana sambhara moksham. So Krishna, when he was caught by Mother Yashoda, he was crying, profuse amount of tears, and he is just rubbing his eyes, not to wipe the tears, but to produce more tears. Anyone has an experience? When you want to cry, when you rub the eyes, you will produce little more tears, right? And the tears are about to fall, they are not falling. Just do something like this, and the tears will fall. And those tears will invoke compassion in the mother who is scolding. So with that hope, Krishna is just doing this. Of course, that is one side of the story. But at one moment, Krishna is also genuinely producing so many tears. Genuinely he was crying. Yate dashashru kalila jana sambhara maksham. And this beautiful lotus-like eyes of Krishna, they are shedding profuse quantity of tears. And those tears are like rivers. Already the tears are little whitish in color, like Ganga. But Krishna has some black ointment here. Mixed with the black ointment, these whitish tears became blackish tears like Yamuna. Ganga and Yamuna are falling from his eyes. And when Krishna is rubbing his eyes, not only is producing more tears, he is also rubbing that ointment on all over his face. His face is becoming little blackish like this. Bluish face with black ointment, with reddish lips, with tears in his eyes and terror in his expression. Oh my God. 2-3-year-old boy. He looks very enchanting. Rudantam muhurnetra yugmam rujantam karambhojayugmena satankanetram muhushvasakam patri rekhanka kantha sthita graivatam bhakti vadham rudantam muhurnetra yugmam rujantam. He is constantly crying and netra yugmam rujantam. He is rubbing the eyes with his two lotus-like hands. Lotus eyes he is rubbing with lotus hands. Karamboja yugmena satankanetram. Eyes are filled with atanka. Muhusvasa kampatri rekhanka kantha. Muhusvasa. He is breathing very heavily and repeatedly because till now he was running and running out of fear of Mother Yashoda, and now he is crying and his breathing became heavy. Sthita graivatam bhakti vadham. So let us offer obeisances to Damodar, who is bhakti vadham, who is bound by the love of his mother. So Yashoda Mata bound Krishna, and Kunti Mata is remembering that moment. Gopyadade tvaikrita damatavad yate dashashrukalila sambhramaksham. Sambhramaksham means his eyes are filled with terror. In this court of Vrindavan, Krishna is the criminal and Yashoda Mata is the judge. Krishna's future is dependent on Yashoda Mata's decision. Whatever Krishna decides, it will happen. Krishna decides, whatever Yashoda Mata decides, Krishna has to follow. Yashoda Mata decides that Krishna may be bound. Yashoda Mata says, Krishna, no more milk products for you, no butter for you, no playmates for you, no toys for you, no freedom for you, no movement for you. Krishna has to say, yes, mother, yes. No other way. Full surrender. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Everyone surrenders to Krishna and Krishna surrenders to Mother Yashoda. Yate dashashru kalilanjana sambhramaksham, eyes are filled with terror. Vaktram niniya bhaya bhavanaya sthitasya. Vaktram niniya, Krishna has bent his head low like a criminal. Bhaya bhavanaya sthitasya, he is standing there with filled with emotion of fear. Samam vimohayati bherapi yad vibheti. Vimohayati means it's very bewildering to see Krishna in a bewildered state. Samam vimohayati bherapi yad vibheti means fear personified becomes fearful of Krishna. What is fear personified? Everybody experiences some fear in this life. A crow experiences a fear. A deer experiences a fear. A human being experiences some fear, some insecurity. An ant experiences fear. Even Brahma also is fearful that, oh, my tenure is getting over. My Dviparartha lifetime is getting exhausted. I may have to die. Even Brahma also has some fear. Right? So there is fear everywhere, right from an ant up to the supreme living being in this universe, Brahma. Everybody has some fear in life. You keep all the fear at one place, and if that fear takes the form of a person, that is called fear personified. And that fear personified becomes fearful of Krishna. Not even Krishna's personal presence. Even if Krishna's name is spoken, that fear personified will flee in fear. Even when Krishna's name is uttered, when somebody says, Even unconsciously they say Krishna, fear will run away. That's how the holy name of Krishna is glorified. Krishna Katha will drive away all fears. Yasyam Vaisruya Bharnayam Krishne Paramapurushe. You also say Yasyam Vaisruya Bharnayam Krishne Paramapurushe Bhakti Utpadyate Pumsah Shokamoha Bhayapaha. Just by hearing Krishna Katha or Shoka, lamentation, Moha means illusion, Bhaya, fear, all three will be destroyed. Shokamoha Bhayapaha. So, even the fear personified becomes fearful of Krishna. Krishna is now fearful of Mother Yashoda's stick. That is Krishna's Leela. And knowing this Leela, remembering this Leela, Kunti Mata is getting bewildered. That is the power of Mother Yashoda. Yashoda Mata is unparalleled in her devotion to Krishna and her affection for Krishna, absorbed in the mood of a mother. Nemam virincho na bhavo Nashrirapyanga samshrayat Prasadam lebhire gopi Yaktat prapa vimuktitat Na imam virincho na bhavo Nashrirapyanga samshrayat. Even Brahma never got the mercy that Yashoda Mata got. Even Shiva never got the mercy that Yashoda Mata got. Even Lakshmi Devi never got the mercy that Yashoda Mata got. Can you just imagine how exalted Mother Yashoda's position is? Yashoda Mata is, oh my God, so much load, Madhav. Weightlifting. So Yashoda Mata got such amount of mercy that even great Devatas and even Lakshmi Devi also could not get. Right? That is Yashoda Mata's position as a mother. Kshaumam vasaha pruthukatitate vibhrati sutranadham putra sneha smrta kuchayugam jatakam pamcha subhrum rajva karsha shrama bhuja chalat kankanau kundalecha Svinnam bhaktram kabara vikalan malati nirmamantha. The meaning of this shloka that appears right in the beginning of Damodar Leela is Yashoda Mata wore a saffron yellowish sari and churning butter for Krishna in the Brahma Muhurta time of Deepavali day. In Brahma Muhurta she should chant her rounds, right? Why is she churning butter? Her movement should be like this. Why it's like this? You may have a question. Yashoda Mata need not do japa on her beads. Yashoda Mata is on an exalted plane. So she can serve Krishna directly. And her service is Krishna consciousness. With her hand she is churning butter for Krishna. With her mind she is remembering Krishna. With her tongue, she is singing songs about Krishna. Her body, her mind and her words, all three are completely absorbed in Krishna's service. She is thoroughly Krishna conscious. But in our Brahma Muhurta, even when we chant, our hands are counting the beads. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mouth is uttering, mind is somewhere else. Right? Hands and words are unconsciously engaged in Krishna's service. Mind is totally thinking of something else. But Yashoda Mata, while churning butter, see, our only one finger is moving. Yashoda Mata's two hands are moving. Right? So she is completely absorbed in serving Krishna, thinking of Krishna, singing the glories of Krishna. Right? She is the perfect example of Krishna consciousness, as said by Prabhupada in the purport. So Kunti Maharani is glorifying Mother Yashoda. Yashoda is glorious. Yes, your other three parents are glorious, but Yashoda Mata is even more glorious. Let me go from Bhagavatam to Brihad Bhagavatam for a moment. Anyways, We are not doing Bhakti Vaibhav course now. I don't have a target to complete the syllabus. So we can even cover one shloka in the session. So in this shloka, Gopyadade Tvaikrita Kasidama Tavat, we have seen Mother Yashoda's strictness towards Krishna. How Yashoda Mata is very strict towards Krishna and even decided to punish Krishna. But that strictness, that punishment is an expression of her deep love for Krishna. Now, when Krishna was taken from Vrindavan to Mathura, who took Krishna from Vrindavan to Mathura? Yes, Akrura. Very good. Did Krishna come back?
Yeah. No.
No. He stayed back in
Mathura.
Mathura. Why? Because Balaramji wanted him to stay back. Vasudeva wanted him to stay back. Devaki Mata wanted him to stay back. All the Mathuravasis felt so grateful and affectionate towards Krishna that they are unable to tolerate separation from Krishna. Therefore, Nanda Maharaj chose to tolerate separation from Krishna and he left. He left Krishna there, hoping that after a few days he will come back. But years are passing, centuries are passing, not centuries, decades are passing, he never came back. Okay, we'll discuss about that later. But Krishna came to Nanda Maharaj in Mathura and said, my dear father, I came with you to Mathura and I should come back with you to Vrindavan. But what to do? Balaramji says he cannot live without me. Vasudeva says he cannot live without me. On top of it, just now I have killed Kamsa. And there are so many supporters of Kamsa, including Jarasandha, his uncle, his father-in-law. They may attack Mathura. There should be someone staying in Mathura to protect these Mathuravasis from the friends of Kamsa. So, my dear father, it's my responsibility to stay here in Mathura for some more time and give them my association, console them, pacify them, protect them, save them from other threats of demoniac people. So that requires some time. Can I stay here for some more days, few more days, then I will come back to you? Okay, my dear son, although I cannot tolerate separation from you, I understand that you have a lot of responsibilities here. So stay for some more days, then I will come and pick you up. Then Krishna gave some nice jewelry, nice ornaments, bangles, bracelets, necklaces. He gave to Nanda Maharaj. For whom? Especially for the gopis of Vrindavan. Because only men came from Vrindavan. Most of the ladies, the gopis of Vrindavan, stayed back in Vrindavan with eyes filled with tears. They stayed back in Vrindavan, hoping that Nanda Maharaj will bring Krishna back to Vrindavan. They are filled with emotions. So to pacify them, to console them, Krishna had sent some gifts. He said, my dear father, Nanda Maharaj, please take these jewels and offer them to Yashoda Mata, Radharani and all the elderly and younger gopis of Vrindavan. So Nanda Maharaj picked up that jewelry and he came back to Vrindavan. Mother Yashoda saw Nanda Maharaj. She was looking behind Nanda Maharaj. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? But Nanda Maharaj is alone. And Yashoda Mata is feeling that where is Krishna? Did you hide him somewhere? Is he playing hide and seek with me? Why is he not manifesting in front of me? You have come back means he also must have come back. 2 days I am in separation from him. Is he not eager to see me? Why is he playing hide and seek? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? She is like intensely in trance with eagerness to see Krishna. But she is unable to see him. Then Nanda Maharaj said, I'm sorry Yashoda Mata, please compose yourself. I'm going to reveal something to you. It may shock you. Please bear with me. Let me slowly tell you that Krishna said he will not come back now. He'll come back later. He has some more responsibilities to fulfill. And by the way, Krishna had brought so many beautiful, Krishna had sent beautiful gifts for you. See, this necklace you see, these bangles you see, these ornaments you see, very beautiful. Please take this, all these gifts Krishna had sent you. Then Yashoda Mata said, Nanda Maharaj, what happened to you? Have you lost your intelligence or what? What happened to Krishna? Has he lost his intelligence? Has he lost his gratitude? Has he lost his affection and love for me? For all the Vrajavasis who loved him more than their lives? How can Krishna send his jewels? Is he paying us for hosting him for a decade? Does he evaluate our affection with all these gifts? Is he calculating? It has become like a calculative. Is he settling accounts? He went to Mathura, he wants to stay there, he doesn't want to come back here, and he has sent these gifts. As what? As what? How should I understand these gifts? What should be my interpretation of all these gifts? Am I here to receive these gifts? How can Krishna even think that we will be satisfied with this jewelry and this gold and silver and ornaments and necklaces? We want his personal presence. We don't want his gifts. How can even Krishna think like this? And Nanda Maharaj, what happened to you? Have you lost your intelligence? Why can't you throw this jewelry on their face and then bring Krishna here? How can the Matharavasis send these gifts? How can Krishna send these gifts? You're supposed to leave all the gifts there and bring Krishna here, and you left Krishna there and brought these gifts here with tears in her eyes, with heart filled with emotions and feelings of separation from Krishna. Mother Yashoda is questioning Nanda Maharaj, and Nanda Maharaj did not have an answer. He also thought, yes, why did I bring the gifts? I'm supposed to bring Krishna, right? I left my life in Mathura and I brought this jewelry and gold. Nanda Maharaj could not answer. He became silent. The whole day he could not answer this question. Next day also he could not answer the question. The next day also he could not answer this question. 3 days Nanda Maharaj was doing Maunavrat. He was silent. And Yashoda Mata is glancing him. Why did you bring these gifts instead of Krishna? You should have left them there and brought Krishna, dragged Krishna here. Matharavasis are greedy for Krishna's association. They may want to hold Krishna at their home only. They must have lost their sense. And Krishna, out of his childhood innocence, he may be excited to see this Mathura city or stay there in the royal facilities. But how can you even agree with that proposal? He is our son. I have given him birth. Why did you not bring him? Like that, she became very emotional. Nanda Maharaj could not console her or pacify her or speak anything to her for 3 days because he was also equally bewildered. Why did he not bring Krishna? Why did he not insist that Krishna has to come with me? But Nanda Maharaj thought, 3 days I have been silent, not sleeping, not eating, not speaking. They are also silent, I am also silent. But I am the leader of this community. I am the king of this Vrindavan. I am supposed to give them some guidance and solace and reassurance and hope. How can I keep quiet? So Nanda Maharaj kind of wiped his tears and composed himself and came to Mother Yashoda and said, Yashoda, please don't misunderstand Krishna. Our son Krishna is very truthful, very noble, very virtuous. Our son Krishna will never go back on his words. Our son Krishna is very loving, very sweet, very caring, very grateful to both of us. In fact, all the Vrajavasis, he never forgets any of us. But he has some responsibilities to fulfill. Because he just killed Kamsa, Kamsa's supporters including Jarasandha may attack Mathura, and there should be someone who can protect Mathura from them. Only our son is capable of doing it. We have seen our son killing Arishtasur, Bakasur, Vatsasur, Vyomasur, Arishtasur. He even subdued Kaliya. Such a powerful personality of Krishna must be there to protect Mathura at least for some days. Therefore, I had to leave. And Krishna had sent these gifts not to settle accounts. Krishna had sent all these gifts for you as tokens of his gratitude and love and affection. Because he is going to take some time to come back, therefore he had sent these gifts as a token of love. First he has sent the gifts, then he will come behind the gifts. We must honor these gifts. Because it is Krishna's desire that we honor these gifts. But he will come back very soon. Then Yashoda Mata wiped her tears and said, really? Krishna didn't forget me? He loves me so much? All these are tokens of Krishna's love? Okay. Yashoda Mata just picked up that jewelry, picked up that necklace, and she wore like this. She wore all the jewelry like this. And she was saying that if I wear this jewelry till Krishna comes back, once he comes back, he will see me wearing all these ornaments and he will understand that I followed his instruction, I followed his expectation, and he will stay back here only, impressed with my love. He will never go back anywhere. Such innocence, such affection, such trance, samadhi. Yashoda Mata is the supreme lover of Krishna in the Matrubhava, in the motherly mood. So now another motherly devotee, Kunti Maharani, is appreciating Yashoda Mata's devotion. Yashoda Mata wore all the jewelry. She has zero interest in the jewelry, but she wore them just to impress Krishna, just to please Krishna, just to honor Krishna's word. Similarly, other gopis also did the same thing. So that's about Yashoda Mata. So yesterday we discussed Tadatyanta Vidambanam. Krishna's activities are very bewildering. Although he is unborn, he takes birth. Although he did not perform anything, he performs so many things in this world. That is a bit bewildering. And on top of it, he commits offenses to Mother Yashoda. He gets chastised by Mother Yashoda. He is bound by Mother Yashoda and he cries in fear. All the fear flees from him. All these things are bewildering Mother Kunti. Therefore, she is speaking this. So that's a short explanation on the 31st shloka. We spent half an hour on this, or more than half an hour on one shloka. Let's go to the 32nd shloka. Now Kunti Maharani describes various reasons for Krishna's descent. Here we'll be little fast. She says, Kechidahurajam jatam Kechidahurajam jatam Punyashlokasya kirtaye Punyashlokasya kirtaye Yadoh priyanvavaye Yadoh priyasyanvavaye Yadoh priyasyanvavaye Malayasyeva chandanam Malayasyeva chandanam Kechidahurajam jatam. Aja means unborn. Jatam means he took birth. Although he is unborn, he took birth for some reasons. Some people say Kechidahur means some people give a reason for Krishna's descent, Krishna's birth, although he is unborn. What is the reason? Number one, Punya Shlokasya Kirtaye. Punya Shlokasya Kirtaye means to glorify pious kings. There are so many pious people, to bless them, to glorify them. Krishna appears in this planet. Then Yadoh Priyasya Anvavaye. And also Krishna considers Yadu as his dear devotee. And he agrees to appear in his dynasty. To please his dear devotee Yadu, the son of Puru, the son of Yayati. So Krishna appeared in his dynasty. One, Punya Shlokasya Kirtaya, to glorify the pious kings. Two, to please Yadu, who is his dear devotee. Malayasya Iva Chandanam, an example is given. In Malaya hills, which are glorious, Chandan, sandalwood trees grow. That growth of sandalwood trees in that Malaya hills area makes the Malaya hills more popular, although they are very good. Similarly, Yadu dynasty is glorious, But because of the appearance of Krishna in that Yadu dynasty becomes even more glorious. Just like Malayasya Eva Chandanam. Just like Malaya hills, Malaya mountain region became very famous because of sandalwood trees there. Yadu dynasty became glorious because of Krishna's appearance there. Okay. Two reasons are given. One, to glorify pious kings. Two, to please Yadu Maharaj. Clear? Two reasons for Krishna's descent. Now, there are more reasons coming up. But Yadukula, once the ladies of Hastinapur glorified Yadukul. Yadukul is the dynasty of Yadus. Aho alam shilagyatamam yadukulam. Aho alam punyatamam madhorvanam. So Madhuvan is very glorious. Yadukula is glorious because Krishna descended there. So Yadu dynasty is extremely glorious because Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He could have chosen any dynasty, any family for his descent. But he specifically chose Yadukula only. All the Yadus are like fishes in a great ocean. But Krishna is like the moon. Fishes are born in the ocean, moon is also born in the ocean only. But fish and moon are different, isn't it? Fish is insignificant compared to the moon. You understand, right? Moon is born from ocean. When the Devatas and the demons were churning the milk ocean, moon is born from the milk ocean. Fishes are anyways there in the ocean, right? Therefore, moon and fish are considered to have taken birth from the same source. Even Lakshmi also. Lakshmi Devi also took birth from the churning of the milk ocean. Thus, Lakshmi and Chandra, they are considered brother and sister sometimes. He Gopalaka, he Kripa Jalanidhe, he Sindhu Kanyapate, he Kamsantaka, he Gajendra Karuna, Parina, he Madhava, he Ramanuja, he Jagatraya Guru, he Pundarika Kshamam, he Gopi Jananatha Palaya Param, Janami Latvamina. Where did I quote this shloka? There is Sindhu Kanyapati here. You want to recite? Yes. He Gopalaka, he Gopalaka, he Kripa Jalanidhe, he Kripa Jalanidhe, he Sindhu Kanyapate, he Sindhu Kanyapate, he Kamsantaka, he Kamsantaka, he Gajendra Karuna, he Gajendra Karuna, Parina he Madhava, Parina he Madhava, he Ramanuja he Jagatraya Guru, he Ramanuja he Jagatraya Guru, he Pundarika Kshabam, he Pundarika Kshabam, he Gopi Jananatha Palaya Param, he Gopi Jananatha Palaya Param. Janami Natvamina. Janami Natvamina. I don't know anyone else other than you. Hey Gopalaka, oh covered by Krishna. Hey Kripa Jalanidhe. Jalanidhi means an ocean. Kripa Jalanidhe means an ocean of mercy. Hey Kripa Jalanidhe. Hey Sindhu Kanyapate. Sindhu Kanya is the daughter of ocean. Sindhu is ocean. Kanya is the daughter. Sindhu Kanya, Sagar Kanya is Lakshmi Devi. Sindhu Kanyapati, you are the master of goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi. He Sindhu Kanyapati, he Kamsantaka, he Gajendra Karuna. Kamsantaka, you killed Kamsa. Gajendra Karuna, you bestowed mercy upon Gajendra. Parina he Madhava. Right? One of the names of the Lord is Madhava. So, this will continue, but basically, Lakshmi Devi is born from the ocean. Moon is also born from the ocean. Just as moon is born from the ocean, Krishna is born from the ocean of Yadu dynasty. But all the Yadus are not as glorious as Krishna. Anyways, here Kunti Maharani is saying that Krishna, you descended in this planet as a member of Yadu dynasty to please your dear devotee Yadu. Two reasons. Now, One more reason. Some more reasons in the next shloka. Apare vasudevasya devakyam yachitobhyagat ajastvamasya kshemaya vadhaya cha suradvisham. Apare vasudevasya devakyam yachitobhyagat ajastvamasya kshemaya vadhaya cha suradvisham. Apare vasudevasya devakyam yachitobhyagat. Vasudeva and Devaki also did yachan. They prayed, "Oh Krishna, please descend as our son," in the past life only. And the Lord appeared as their son in 3 lifetimes. In what forms? Tell me. All of you must be knowing this. Prishnigarbha, Vamana, and Krishna. In one life they are Prishni and Sutapa, and the Lord appeared as their son Prishnigarbha. In another life they are Aditi and Kashyapa. The Lord appeared as their son as Vamanadev. Now they are Devaki and Vasudeva. The Lord appeared as Krishna himself. So 3 lifetimes. The Lord became the son of this couple, glorious couple, in 3 lifetimes. So, apare vasudevasya devakyam yachitobhyagat. That's another reason, 3rd reason. Then 4th reason. There's a quiz at the end. You have to count all the reasons. The 4th reason is ajastvam asya kshemaya vadhaya cha suradvisham. Ajastvam asya kshemaya means to protect this world. Asya means this world. Asya kshemaya. Kshema means safety, protection, prosperity. For the purpose of protecting this world, you appear. That's another reason. 4th. Then 5th reason is vadhaya cha suradvisham. Sura means devatas. Suradvisha means the enemies of devatas. Who are they? Demons or demoniac people, asuras. Vadhaya cha suradvisha means for the purpose of killing and destroying those demoniac people, he appeared on this planet. Okay? How many reasons so far? 5. Tell me first reason. First reason.
To glorify the pious kings.
To glorify the pious kings. Second reason.
To please the king Yadu.
To please Yadu. Okay, 3rd reason. To please Vasudeva and Devaki. 4th.
To protect the world.
To protect this world, protect the earth. Then 5th.
To kill the enemies.
To kill the enemies of devatas. Vadhaya cha suradvisham. Next, some more reasons. Bharavataranaayanye bhuvo nava ivodadho सीदन्त्या भूरि भारेण जातो ह्यात्मा भुवार्थितः भारावतारणायान्ये भुवो नाव इवो दधौ सीदन्त्या भूरि भारेण जातो ह्यात्मा Bhuvarthitah. So, here she gives another reason, I think the 6th reason, right? So she says that Bharavataraya Anye, other people also give another reason that Krishna, you descended on this planet to respond to the prayers of Brahma. When did Brahma pray? What is the context of Brahma's prayer? Right in the beginning of Krishna book, we see that Mother Earth was overburdened by so many demoniac kings. Bhara. Bhara means burden. So Mother Bhuvi. Bhuvi is earth and Bhara is burden. So Mother Earth is overburdened by so many demoniac kings. Unable to bear that burden, she took the form of a cow and went to Brahma. And Brahma took Mother Earth in the form of cow to Kshirosagar. On the bank of this Kshirosagar, Brahma, along with all the devatas, including Mother Earth in the form of a cow, offered a prayer. What was the prayer? Purusha Sukta. Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapat Sabhovim Vishwato Vritva Atyatishtaddashangulam Purusha Evedagam Sarvam Yadbhutam Yascha Bhavyam. So like that, they offered prayers of Purusha Sutta and they invoked the presence of the Lord. But the Lord did not personally appear in front of them. The Lord had sent a voice note. That too, that came to Brahma's phone only. And Brahma heard it in earphones. Right? Or in the earphones of his heart. So basically, the Lord had sent a message that manifested only in Brahma's heart, and Brahma relayed that message. All the devatas trusted Brahma. When Brahma announced that the Lord had sent this message, what was the message? Krishna is going to appear in the Yadu dynasty very soon on earth, and he will reduce the burden of the earth. All the devatas believed this. They said, Brahma, are you sure? You are just receiving the email in your inbox and then you are announcing it. What is the proof that you are not manipulating it? Show the email. Forward it to us. Forward it to all of us. They did not say like that. They had trust in Brahma. Means we have to have trust in the words of Acharyas. We cannot doubt the message of Acharyas. Acharyas are there in close contact with Krishna. Just like Brahma is in close contact with Vishnu, and the Lord's confidential message is relayed to Brahma only, although there are hundreds of devatas sitting there. And Brahma announced it, and all the devatas believed it. They never doubted Brahma's words. Similarly, when an Acharya translates the scriptures in a certain way, or when a pure devotee says something in the scripture, we should have the humility to accept them as they are. Of course, we can understand them with your own intelligence, but you should never doubt the integrity or intention of the Acharya in presenting the words of Krishna in a certain way, because they are closer to Krishna. Now, if I say, Madhav, can you give me that? If I say, Madhav, can you give me that? He immediately gave me that red pen. Now, the devotee is sitting behind. He doesn't understand what am I asking Madhav. He understands because he is close to me. He is very close to me. Therefore, when I said, give me that is pen, he understands and he just picked up and is about to give. Right? But someone who is sitting 20 feet or 40 feet away from me, they can't understand what I am asking only. Similarly, because Acharyas are close to Krishna, they understand Krishna's words in a better way than all of us who are very far from Krishna. Isn't it? Now, this is a physical proximity. He is very close to me physically from a distance perspective. But Acharyas are close to Krishna from heart. At heart, they are very close to Krishna. Through consciousness, they are more connected to Krishna. And through consciousness and even physically also, we are very far from Krishna. Therefore, we should trust the Acharya's words. We may know Sanskrit. Sometimes, when you know Sanskrit directly, then you will say, "Iska translation ye nahi hai. I can translate it in a better way." No, Acharyas have translated in a certain way. We should trust that, right? Knowing the language is different from knowing the heart, right? Language you may know. You may be expert in language. But knowing the heart is more important. Knowing the intention is more important. Having a deeper bonding with another person, heart-to-heart connection with that person, helps one understand the heart of the person, even if they don't speak something explicitly, right? And even if they say something which may literally mean something, the intended meaning could be something else. Therefore, we need to depend on the explanations of the Acharyas to understand the intended meanings of the scriptures, not only literal meanings. We need to understand the bhavartha, not shabdartha, right? Shabdartha is important in its own way, but we need to understand the bhava behind those shabdas, understand their mood behind their expressions, emotions behind their expressions, right? So anyways, coming back, Brahma spoke this message to all the Devatas. And Devatas agreed. Yes, Krishna is going to come. So Kunti Maharani is giving the sixth reason for Krishna's descent in this shloka. What was the sixth reason? Brahma offered a prayer. In response to that prayer of Brahma, he appeared. That is basically to reduce the burden of the earth. So here Brahma's prayer and earth's difficulty both are in one reason only. Clear? So next, one more reason. Last reason, 35th shloka. This reason is the ultimate reason. All the previous 6 reasons are there, they are glorious reasons, but sixth reason is the most important reason, especially for all of us. Say it. Bhavesmin klishyamananam avidya kama karmabhi Shravana smaranarhani karishyantiti kechana. Recite it 2 more times. Bhavesmin klishyamananam When I did water break, I will give you shloka time, shloka recitation time, assignment. Bhavesmin klishyamananam. Very important shloka, please understand it nicely. Bhavesmin, bhave asmin, in this material world. Klishyamananam. Klesha means distress, difficulty, suffering, misery, right? That is klesha. How many kleshas are there? Yes, Kshiraj. Yes. Tell me how many kleshas are there? 3 types of kleshas. What are the 3 types of kleshas? Anyone knows? The younger generation, not the older generation. Now you are also senior devotee now. If they fail, then I will come to you. Yes. 3 types of miseries, 3 types of difficulties. Anyone here? Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Now, what does it mean? Adhyatmik means?
By your own mind.
The miseries that we face because of our body and mind. Adhibhautika?
From other jivas.
From other living entities. Adhidaivika?
Natural.
Nature. Okay. So, bhavesmin klishyamananam. The people in this world undergo so many difficulties, kleshas. So many difficulties they undergo, right? 3 types of miseries. But what is the reason for this klesha? Maybe in your notes, whoever is taking notes very sincerely, make 4 boxes. Yes, Kshiraj, make 4 boxes. Madhav, make 4 boxes. And you also, 8th grade. you all children, make 4 boxes. In the last box, you put klesha. Whatever you have written, whatever you have learned in the first line, bhavesmin klishyamananam. You write in the last box klesha. Right? Klesha means suffering. You also write English word. Klesha, in brackets you write suffering. Right? Now come to the next line. What's there in the next line? Tell me. Avidya kama karmabhi. What is avidya? Ignorance. You write this in the first box. In the first box you write avidya. Avidya. And you put an arrow to the second box. Arrow to the second box. What is the next word in the second line? After avidya? Kama. Write material desire. Kama means material desire. Then you put arrow to the third box. In the third box, you write, what's the third word in the second line? Karma. Write karma. Material action. Got it? Now what is the 4th box? Klesha. You already have written before. So you put an arrow mark and put in the 4th box klesha. What is klesha? Suffering. So now what do you see in this flow chart? First avidya leads to kama. Kama leads to karma. Karma leads to klesha. Right? Avidya means ignorance. Because of ignorance, we have kama. Kama means material desires. It is because of ignorance that we develop so many material desires. Avidya leads to kama. And because of material desires, we do a lot of karma, material activities, material actions. And because of material actions, there is suffering in the form of reaction. That is klesha. Avidya leads to kama, kama leads to karma, karma leads to klesha. Clear? Means ignorance leads to material desires. Material desires lead to material actions. Material actions lead to material suffering. Material reactions in the form of suffering. Now, come to the first box. In the first box, you write a special note or make the first box into 2 parts or whatever. You join one small auxiliary box to the first box. What's in the first box? Avidya. What is avidya? Ignorance. Ignorance of what?
Our real identity.
Ignorance of
Our real identity.
our real identity. He is right. What is our real identity? Tell me. Jeevera Sarupa hai Krishna Nitya-dāsa. Being Krishna's servant is our real identity. Right? And we are ignorant of our real identity. That is avidya. Ignorance of real identity actually means embracing an unreal identity, isn't it? We are ignorant of our real identities as servants of Krishna, but we are assuming some temporary, material, unreal, false identities as men, women, brahmacharis, grihasthas, brahmanas, kshatriyas, Indians, Americans, human beings, and animals, or we are doctors, we are actors, we are scientists, we are engineers, we are students, we are teachers. So many identities. All these are temporary identities, unreal identities, false identities, and that sense of identity is ego, false ego. And what we call false ego in Sanskrit? Ahankar. Therefore, avidya is actually ahankar. In the first box, we write 2 terms, avidya and ahankar. Both are together. Both are inseparable. Both are non-different in one sense. Avidya is ignorance of your real spiritual identity. And ahankar is embracing a temporary false identity. Both go hand in hand. When you don't identify yourself as servant of Krishna, you identify yourself as master of this material world. That is ahankar. Thus avidya and ahankar are together. They embrace each other. They are non-different. And because of this ahankar or avidya, we have material desires. Now, if you identify yourself as servant of Krishna, what will be your karma? See, problem is not with karma. Problem is not with karma. Problem is with avidya, right? So instead of avidya, if you have vidya, make another parallel box. 4. Now we have first flowchart with 4 boxes, right? Avidya, kama, karma, klesha. Now same 4 boxes is replicated below your below that flowchart. Replace avidya with vidya. Again 4 boxes. In the first box you write vidya instead of avidya. Remaining 3 boxes you will only fill. So first box is with vidya. What is vidya here? Spiritual education. Or you understand your real identity. It's not ignorance, it is knowledge. Avidya is ignorance of your real identity. Vidya is knowledge of your real identity, which is Krishna-dāsa. We are Krishna-dāsa. That is vidya. Now in the next box you write kama. If kama is a product of avidya in the previous flow chart, if kama is a product of avidya, the kama is translated as material desire. Now, in the second flow chart, you write kama. This kama is spiritual desire, right? Because vidya is the source of this kama. If avidya is the source of kama, it becomes material desire. If vidya is the source of kama, it becomes spiritual desire, right? If you have vidya, if you have spiritual understanding that you are a servant of Krishna, then if you identify yourself as servant of Krishna, all your kama desires are spiritual desires. What are some spiritual desires? Tell me. What are some spiritual desires? Serving the Lord and
Cooking bhoga.
cooking bhoga. Very good.
Doing kirtan.
Doing kirtan, okay. Everything you are really saying. Looks like he has so many spiritual desires. Preaching, yes. Chanting mala, very good. That's a spiritual desire. How many rounds you chant, Madhav? Two rounds. Okay. Yes. Spiritual desire. Oh, you chant 2 rounds. Okay. Any other spiritual desires? Example of spiritual desires? Serving devotees, reading scriptures. Yes. See, taking darshan of Krishna, hearing Krishna Katha, all these are spiritual desires. So when you identify yourself as servant of Krishna, when you have vidya or spiritual education of studying Bhagavatam, you will have only spiritual desires. And next to karma, what is the third box? Karma. What is karma? Literally, action. Because your karma is guided by kama, means because your karma is guided by spiritual desire, you will do spiritual actions. Right? In the second flow chart, in the third box, you write karma as spiritual action, not material action anymore. In the first flow chart, it is spiritual, material desire and material action. Material desire leads to material action, but spiritual desire leads to spiritual action. Karma is not a negative word, by the way, although it is used in a negative connotation. Literally, karma means action. And that action can be material action, it can be spiritual action. Okay, let me tell you 3 types of karmas.
Karma, vikarma.
Oh, very good. Karma, akarma, vikarma. But I'll give you another definition, another set. Punya karma, papa karma, and bhakti karma. Okay. Papa karma, right? Papa karma, punya karma, and bhakti karma. What is papa karma? Sinful action. Very good. And what is punya karma?
Good action.
Pious action. And what is bhakti karma? Devotional action, spiritual action. So when you do papa karma, one will go to hell. Impious activity, right? Sinful activity. When you do punya karma, you will go to hell. But papa and punya both are material only. The material action can be of 2 types. Papa karma and punya karma. Means pious action and sinful action. So both are material. Whether you are traveling in AC compartment or a general compartment, you are in the train only. If you are sitting in AC compartment, will you reach the destination faster? AC compartment hai. You can reach in 5 hours only. So those who are in the non-AC compartment, they will take 10 hours to reach. Not like that. So papa and punya, although they are opposite to each other, one is good, one is bad, ultimately that is material good and material bad. That will keep us on the material plane only. But bhakti karma means spiritual actions or devotional actions that will help us go beyond the material world, not hell and heaven. So in the second flow chart, the third box is pious action. Not pious, spiritual action, bhakti karma. So now vidya leading to kama means spiritual desires, and kama leading to karma means spiritual actions. What will you fill the 4th box? In the 4th box, what should you fill now? In the first flow chart, in the 4th box, what is there? Klesha, misery, suffering is there. Now in the second flow chart, in the 4th box, what should be there? Tell me. Bliss, ananda. In the first flow chart, the end result is klesha, suffering. In the second flow chart, the end result is bliss, happiness, ananda. Spiritual ananda, bhakti ananda, Krishna ananda, nama ananda, like that. So, I will tell you how to transform this material desires into spiritual desires. Namani pranayena te sukrutinam tanvanti tundotsavam dhamani prathayanti hanta jalada shyamani netranjanam Samani shruti saskuli muralika jatanyalankurvate kamani vrita chetasami habibho nashami nashwabhate. The meaning here is Namani pranayena te sukrutina tanvanti tundotsavam. When the holy name of Krishna is dancing on the tongue of a devotee, the devotee feels it's an utsava. Tundotsavam. Tunda means tongue, Utsavam means celebration. It's a great celebration for the tongue to have Krishna's holy name dancing on the tongue. Our tongue is soft, right? Anyone has a hard tongue here? It's soft. It's wet. And it's slippery, isn't it? Sometimes it's poisonous also. Not in a physical sense, but it must be poisonous words. You know, Krishna danced on the hoods of Kaliya. Krishna danced on the hoods of Kaliya. Every hood of Kaliya is trying to bite Krishna and induce poison in Krishna's lotus feet. But what did Krishna do? Krishna subdued every single head of Kaliya by pounding each head with the weight of his foot and imprinting the lotus footprints of Krishna on every head of Kaliya, and thus purified Kaliya, isn't it? Just as Krishna danced on the hoods of Kaliya and purified Kaliya, when the holy name of Krishna dances on our tongues will be purified, we are purified. Just as Kaliya's body is wet, our tongue is also wet. Kaliya's hoods are slippery, our hoods are also slippery. Our tongue is also slippery. Anyone has a tongue slip here? You must speak something which you are not supposed to speak in a certain context. Happens? It happens with me also. Tongue slip. Just as Kaliya's body is wet, our tongue is also wet. Just as Kaliya's body is soft, our tongue is also soft. Just as Kaliya's body, our hoods are slippery, our tongue is also slippery. Just as Kaliya's hoods are poisonous, many times our tongue is also poisonous. We must speak poisonous words, very harsh and very rude and insensitive words. But just as Krishna's dance on Kaliya's hoods purified Kaliya, the dance of Krishna's holy name on our tongues will purify us also. Okay? So we should purify our tongues, purify our hearts by allowing Krishna's holy name to dance on our tongues. Namani pranayena te sukrutinam tanvanti tundotsavam. This is tundotsavam. It's a great utsava. It's a great celebration for the tongue to have holy name on the tongue. Right? Next. Dhamani prathayanti hanta jalada shyamani netranjanam. Dhamani prathayanti hanta jalada. You look at the beautiful form of Radha Shyamsundar. What is his color?
Black.
Black. Shyamsundar is black. So just as the real celebration for the tongue is Krishna's name, the real ointment for the eye, kajal for the eye is Krishna's blackish form. So sometimes people decorate their eyes with this black ointment, right? But the real decoration for the eyes is not that kajal. The real decoration for the eyes is Krishna's blackish form. And what is the real decoration for the ears? The earrings? The hanging earrings, long, big earrings or small earrings, whatever. Golden earrings, diamond earrings, jhumka, this and that. Hearing Harinam, correct. Samani Shruti Saskuli Muralika Jatanyalam Kurvate. The real alankar, the real ornament for the ear is Krishna's flute song, Krishna's holy name. Any glorification of Krishna is the real alankar for the ears. So the essence here is, when you decorate your tongue with Krishna's name, when you decorate your eyes with Krishna's form, when you decorate your ears with Krishna Katha, then Kama Nivrita Chetasami Havibho Nashami Nashwabhate. All the Kama, all the material desires in the heart are destroyed. Anyone desiring the destruction of your material desires? Only one? All of you want to maintain your material desires? How many of you are aspiring to develop spiritual desires and destroy your material desires? Then you look at Krishna's beautiful form, chant Krishna's names and hear Krishna Katha. Okay. That's how our bad karma will become good karma. Our material karma will become spiritual karma. Karma is not the problem. Desire is not the problem. Convert your material desire into spiritual desire. The next is, when your material desire is converted into spiritual desire, your material action will be converted into spiritual action. Right? Karma is always a product of kama. Kama is desire, karma is action. Action is a product of emotion. Right? Desire. When the desire is spiritual, action will also be spiritual. Now let's talk about spiritual action. 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 55th shloka. Can anyone say? Correct. My God, you did Bhakti Shastri? Huh? He's doing now? Very good. Who is your teacher? Prabhu? Okay, great. Mat karma krin mat paramo mad bhaktah sangavarjitah nirvairah sarva bhuteshu yah samameti pandava. You need to do 5 things to go to Krishna. How many of you are eager to go to Krishna? Reach Krishna. They need to do 5 things. 5. Okay? Number 1. Mat karma krin means do only spiritual actions meant for pleasing Krishna. Krishna said mat karma means my karma. My karma is not Krishna's fruit to baggage. Mat karma krin means actions that are meant to please Krishna. Spiritual actions basically. Mat karma krin. That karma is not a negative word. It's a spiritual word. Mat karma krin. Second, mat paramo. Paramo means consider Krishna as your supreme goal, ultimate goal. Third, mad bhaktah, become my devotee. Fourth, sangavarchitaha, give up any attachment to this material world. Fifth, nirvairah sarva bhuteshu. Don't have enmity or hatred towards anyone. Don't envy anyone. Be non-envious. Suhridam sarva bhutana. Be non-envious and be a well-wisher of everyone. When you do these 5 things, yah samameti pandava, you can reach Krishna. Krishna says, right? So, in this shloka, Kunti Maharani is speaking that bhavesmin klishyamananam avidya kama karmabhi. Avidya leads to kama, kama leads to karma, karma leads to klesha in this world. But if you transform that avidya into vidya, if that material ignorance is replaced with spiritual knowledge about Krishna, then we will have spiritual karma that will lead to spiritual karma. Then it will not lead to any klesha, it will lead to ananda. Clear? So far we discussed only half shloka. You understood? In this series of shlokas, what exactly are we discussing? I hope you remember the context. The reasons for Krishna's descent. How many reasons so far? 7. Tell me the first one by one.
Glorify pious things, because Yadu is devotee, and to please devotee and worshipper, welfare of the
Okay, 3 is spoke. Others can speak the 4th one. You can speak the 4th one. To protect the world. 5th one. To kill the enemies of devatas. To respond to the prayers of Brahma, to reduce the burden of earth. Then 7th. No, I didn't even cover it. I'm just testing others. The 7th one is this shloka, in which we covered only half shloka so far. Bhavesmin klishyamananam avidya kama karma. We are cut up here only. Sometimes half shloka can take half an hour or half a day also. Now let's come to the second half. What is there in the second half? Shravana smarana rhani karishyan iti kechana. Right? Shravana means hearing about Krishna. Smarana means remembering Krishna. Arhana means worshipping the Lord. Correct? Shravana smarana arhani karishyan iti kechana. Krishna, the 7th reason, and in fact the most important reason for your descent is to rejuvenate devotional service in the form of Shravana, Kirtana, Smarana and Arhana. So to introduce or to inaugurate the process of Bhakti, he appeared on this planet. The purpose of Krishna's descent on this planet ultimately is to spread Bhakti. All the previous reasons are correct, no doubt, glorious reasons. But a reason that is specifically meant for all of us is to spread bhakti. Now Krishna came to please Yadu, came to please Vasudeva and Devaki. That's fine. That's between Krishna and his pure devotees. But what is the reason meant for us? What is the most relevant reason for us? Krishna descended on this planet to spread bhakti everywhere, to spread the devotional service, including Shravan, Kirtan, Smaran. Understood? Kunti Mahari's prayers are very deep, very sweet, very enlightening, very enlivening, very hope-giving. There's a lot of rasa there, there's a lot of tattva there. There's a inspiration to come out of Maya. So many things are there in this beautiful prayers. 7 reasons. Shall we conclude? I think we should conclude. We will continue in the next class. Or should I take one more? Up to you. It's 12:30 now. One more. Okay. Shrinvanti gayanti granantya bhikshnasaha. Shrinvanti gayanti granantya bhikshnasaha. In fact, I was hoping that you will say one more. Although I said I will conclude. Because this 36th shloka is very much connected to the 35th shloka. After enumerating 7 reasons for Krishna's descent and concluding that the main reason for Krishna's descent is to spread bhakti, you know what Kunti Mata says? Krishna, what is the result of performing that bhakti? She speaks, what is the result of performing that bhakti? What is the joy that one can derive by performing bhakti? You will see in this beautiful shloka, 36th shloka. How many of you have learned this shloka so far? We discussed the meanings. There is some target, right? On the first class we said, you give a target. We still have one more day. I'm still here for one more day, tomorrow. By tomorrow you should memorize at least some. Keep some target, 5 shlokas at least. Shrinvanti gayanti granantya bhikshnasaha. Smaranti nandanti tavehitam janaha. Tayeva pashyantya chirena tavakam. Bhava pravaho paramam padambujam. Shrinvanti gayanti granantya bhikshnasaha. Smaranti nandanti tavehitam janaha. Tayeva pashyantya chirena tavakam. Bhava pravaho paramam padambujam. Shrinvanti means to hear about Krishna. Gayanti means to sing Krishna's glories. Shrinvanti gayanti. Grananti, very important. Grananti means accepting all these teachings and implementing them, putting them into practice, applying the learning, not just passively hearing or speaking. Shrinvanti gayanti is great. You are hearing and you are speaking. That's wonderful. But apart from hearing and speaking these glorious teachings, you should also put an endeavor to apply them, put them into practice. Abhikshnasaha means constantly apply them in practice. Grananti is like putting an effort to apply, but abhikshnasaha means constantly endeavoring to do so. Not casually doing it once in a while, but constantly, you are constantly inspired to implement the teachings that you have taken. We have been learning so many things in the last 4 or 5 days. But at least 1% of them, if you put them into practice, it will become, we will achieve success. So, Shrinvanti, Gayanti, Grananti, Abhikshnasaha, constantly. Abhikshnasaha means constantly, perpetual. Then next line says, Smaranti, remembering also, meditating on the teachings also, meditating on Krishna's glories also, Smaranti. Then Nandanti, Nandanti means take pleasure in, Tava ihitam janaha. Very important point. Janaha means others, Janta, other people. So you take pleasure in your chanting, you take pleasure in your reading, you take pleasure in your remembering. That's wonderful. But you should also take pleasure when others are glorifying Krishna. When you speak about Krishna, you become happy. When you lead kirtan, you become very happy. But are you equally happy when others lead kirtan? Anyone here? Kirtaniyas? You always want to lead kirtan only in the mic and then Gayanti. And I only want to sing. But when others are singing, are you equally happy? You are giving class, you are speaking Krishna Katha, it's wonderful. But when others are giving class, are you eager to sit in the class and hear? Are you really taking that pleasure in hearing others glorifying Krishna, or you are only eager to glorify Krishna yourself? Both should be there. That's why Kunti Mata says, Nandanti tava ihitam janaha. When others are also performing bhakti, you should be happy. You be happy in performing bhakti, and you also take happiness when you see others performing bhakti sincerely. Right? So that's very glorious on the part of a devotee to give similar opportunities to others also to practice bhakti. We should practice bhakti. We should be happy seeing others practice bhakti. That's what preaching is. Shrinvanti, gayanti, grananti, abhikshnasaha, smaranti, nandanti, tavehitam janaha. Understood these two lines? If you do so, if you sincerely hear, chant, remember, and also take pleasure in seeing others hear, chant, and remember, there will be two results. What are they? Tayeva pashyanti achirena tavakam bhavapravaho paramam padambujam. Taeva pashyanti means only such a person can see. What does he see? Krishna's lotus feet. Padambujam. See the last line. Last phrase. Padambujam. Pada means feet. Ambuja means lotus. Ambuja means, ambu means water. Ambuja means that which is born out of water. What is that? Lotus. Kshira means, Haribol, Kshira means milk. Kshiraj means, Kshira is milk. Kshira is milk. What is Kshiraj? That which is born out of milk. That is Amrit. Moon also. It can be moon also. It can be Amrit also. Ambuja means, Ambu means water. That which is born out of water is Ambuja. That is lotus. Or Pankaj. Panka means mud. Pankaj means that which is born out of mud. That is lotus. Right? So now, Padambujam means Krishna's feet are like lotuses. Padambujam. So Tayeva Pashyanti. Ta means that person. Eva means only that person. Pashyanti means he sees. He sees what? Krishna's lotus feet. Right? So that person will see Krishna's lotus feet. Who is that person? By the way, in the first two lines we discussed who that person is. A devotee. You are not hearing, that's why I am asking you. So not Krishna, Krishna's devotee. A devotee who takes pleasure in hearing, chanting and remembering, and also takes pleasure when others are hearing, chanting and remembering, such a person can see Krishna's lotus feet. Clear? Tayeva pashyanti. Achirena means very soon. Achirena means very soon. Very quickly you can see Krishna's lotus feet. Tayeva pashyanti achirena tavakam. Tavakam refers to Krishna. Krishna, your lotus feet. Padambujam. Then second point is, it happens simultaneously. What is there in the last line, first half? Bhava pravaho uparamam. What is bhava? Material existence. What is pravaha? Current. The current of this material existence. This material existence is like an ocean. Bhava pravaha refers to the current, the waves of this material existence. Uparamam means you transcend. You transcend that material existence. You escape that flow of the material modes. You will not be caught up by the current of the material existence. In fact, uparamam, you will transcend it. You will come out of it. So you can come out of this material existence and see the beautiful lotus feet of Krishna. If you hear, if you chant, and if you remember Krishna's activities, and if you also take pleasure when others are hearing, chanting and remembering Krishna's activities. Clear? That's the meaning of the shloka. How is it connected to the previous shloka?
Why Krishna appeared? Because
Krishna appeared to spread bhakti. And this is bhakti. This is the bhakti. Bhakti is to hear, chant and remember, and that bhakti gives the result of seeing Krishna's lotus feet. So this is the flow. Where did we start today? 31. What is there in 31st shloka? Yashoda Mata. Glories of Yashoda Mata. How she born Krishna. Then 31st shloka onwards, we have seen 7 reasons for Krishna's descent. Right? You have enumerated them a couple of times. Then the 7th reason is to spread bhakti. And last shloka, 36th shloka, means total how many? 6 shlokas we did, right? 31 is Gopyadade. 32 onwards, reasons for Krishna's descent. 36 ends with the result of performing bhakti, which is seeing Krishna and transcending this material existence. So this is like small section. 6 shlokas today we did. I think we went little fast today. Yesterday it was too slow. So I think I'll conclude here. Thank you very much for your kind attention and your eagerness to hear Krishna Katha. Any questions, comments? You want to share your favorite takeaways? What you liked, what you didn't like? Yes, let's have 5 minutes of quick revision. Tell me your key takeaways. I spoke till now. I want to take pleasure in seeing you speak, in hearing from you also. Nandanti tavehitam janaha. Yes, Prabhu. You have
End
mic?
is promising, Prabhu. Giving hope.
Huh?
End result is promising, giving hope.
Okay. Very good. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
1 point. I know you have 100 points, but you can say one.
I'll share one point.
Uh,
This pastime of the Devatas hearing from Brahma, I've heard many times. But this perspective of believing in the Acharya's words with complete faith really opened a different eye to this region. Thank you.
Jai. Hari Hari. Yes, Prabhu. Shiva Gona Prabhu. I'm getting familiar with your names slowly.
So we learned about Karma Vikarma, learned about Karma and Bhakti Karma. And Bhakti Karma helps us to move towards Krishna's lotus feet.
Next. Yes, Prabhu.
Knowing language better than
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so my favorite analogy was the comparison you made with our tongue and Kavya's body. That Krishna dancing on it is a celebrating like moment for both our tongue and even Kavya's body. So that was my favorite analogy.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Thank you for nice discourse. Prabhuji, the favorite learning is the 4 things you told about the klesha, kama, karma. So this is very nice.
Yes. Yes, Prabhu. You were to say something, you didn't have mic. This Prabhu.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I make the point, knowing the language is better than knowing the heart. This is
different position.
Knowing the heart is greater than just knowing the language.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. Kshitij. Yes, you want to share something?
Yes, Prabhuji. The most important reason why Lord appears is to rejuvenate bhakti.
Anyone else from this side? Yes, Madhav and Kshiraj.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The points that I liked today was why Krishna descended to the earth, and the points are like to glorify pious things, because and Yadu is a devotee, and he wanted a lot to come in his
Out of 7 reasons, what's your favorite? Tell me one only. Out of 7. I know you noted 7 points.
Lord wants to reduce the burden on.
Okay, very. Yes, Madhav.
In a lecture, I like one point. The point is that if we wanted to avoid material things, we should follow the five ways that are spiritual action, Krishna goal, devotee detachment, and no envy. So this
Wow.
is
Mat karma krit mat karma. Two of your boxes are empty. So he kept Kama box empty and Klesha box empty. Only karma. Mat karma krit mat karma, right? Very good. Yes, next. Yeah. What's your name? Yes, Shiraz, fast. You're going back or coming forward? Yes.
We should take equal pleasure when devotees also glorify the Lord. So it's not just our doing devotional service, it is we doing it together.
Jai. Anyone else? Thank you. Yes, Prabhu. Like Mike may not come, I think. He can be loud, Prabhu. Any questions also you can ask, by the way.
Nandanti Tava Hitam Jana. So when we hear from our seniors, easy to accept. But devotees, our peers, not easy. So how we overcome this?
Very good. So tomorrow whole class will spend on this theme. Because when we are hearing from our peers or juniors, okay, Prabhu, you can switch off this, Madhav. You can switch off the mic. When we are hearing from those who are younger than us or those who are equal in age, we feel that, what do they know? I know better than them, or at least I know equally like them. I should only hear from those who are superior to them. Hearing from superiors is not an issue. You can definitely should hear. But when you are hearing from your friend or a junior, still there is a lot of learning there. And we will be able to learn from them when we keep aside our ego. When we keep aside our false ego. When we keep aside our conception that we know a lot, we are great, we are this, we are that, then we will be equally eager to hear Harikatha from younger ones also. Yesterday evening, in our kids satsang, I completed this 9 ways of Bhakti in 9 weeks. Now it's children's turn, they are giving presentations, very beautiful presentations they gave. So yesterday I was hearing from one little boy who is 9 years old. He gave some 6-7 minutes of presentation on Vandanam, on prayer. There is a lot of learning there. Even elders also are mesmerized by the way he presented. Not only he, there are so many other things. Like last week, one 80-year-old girl presented from Mayapur. So there's a lot of learning even from little children also. And equals also, when you, even if you don't know a new point, even if they are not speaking something new that you don't know, still you can appreciate them for what they know about Krishna. It's not necessary that you only learn something new from them. You can also appreciate their love for Krishna. They may know something very simple, but that simple fact about Krishna made them appreciate Krishna so much, love Krishna so much, dedicate themselves to Krishna so much. You can learn from their dedication. You can learn from their appreciation. You can learn from their Vaishnava qualities. You can learn from their absorption in Krishna consciousness, whether they are younger ones or older ones. We'll discuss more about this theme tomorrow, but we should be eager to learn from anyone. Now you see, Sukadeva Goswami is speaking Bhagavatam. Who is there in the audience? Vyasadeva. Sukadeva Goswami's teacher. The one who taught Bhagavatam to Sukadeva Goswami is sitting in the Bhagavatam class of Sukadeva Goswami and hearing as if they are hearing for the first time. And Vyasadeva's guru, Parama Guru of Sukadeva Goswami, Narada Muni is also sitting there. Do we know more than Narada Muni? Do we know more than Vyasadeva? They are not saying that I am the universe. Narmani did not say, I am the universal Guru. He is a 16-year-old lad. I am the Guru of so many people. I am the son of Brahma. I have heard Bhagavatam directly from Brahma. What should I hear from him? Narmani never said like that. Narada Muni learned from his senior Brahma, but he also sat in the class of his junior Sukadeva. So, you want any other proof that we need to hear from our juniors also? Nobody is senior or junior. In Bhakti, yes, apparently in terms of age and experience, number of years as far as they are practicing Bhakti, there may be some seniority, juniority things. But a sincere devotee is one who is eager to learn from anyone, provided the lesson is bona fide, lesson is authorized. And you can learn just by observing them. They may not even speak also. They can just practice their bhakti sincerely. Seeing the sincerity in their practice, you can learn a lot. Any other question, comment, clarification, objection? Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
You mentioned we have to see the form of the Lord. That is the ointment for the eyes. Seeing the Shyam form of the Lord. But in the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, he cautioned us, like if you just go directly and you are thinking like that Dirdishya Visha. So I am the seer, not the Lord seeing me, like what condition I am. And I am trying to see the Lord with my material eyes. So how we can just make both, like how we can combine this and then take output of this place, like how we have to understand these both two different aspects.
Atah Sri Krishna namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyaihi sevonmukhehi jihvado swayameva spuratyata. Our material senses don't have the capacity to perceive the Lord, understand Krishna's nama, rupa, guna, lila. But if we engage those very material senses in Krishna's service, Krishna himself will reveal himself to us. Although when we are taking darshan of the deities, we are only bringing our material eyes in contact with his beautiful form. There is something more happening there. When you are going in front of Krishna, you are seeing Krishna, but Krishna is also seeing you. And Krishna seeing us is a much greater fact than we seeing Krishna. We see Krishna with our limited capacity and understand or appreciate Krishna with our limited realization. Or at the max we may see, pagdi acha banda hai. The turban is very good, this earring is very good, maybe I can also wear that. Or the garland is very good, the dress is very good, the color is very good. We may just kind of develop some appreciation for Krishna, seeing the external decorations many times. But while we are doing it, while we are spending our time and energy and meditation in analyzing the beautiful darshan of Krishna, Krishna is seeing us. Krishna is glancing at us. His glance is filled with knowledge. Our glances are maybe filled with innocence or ignorance, but his glances are filled with knowledge and realization, and more than that, his glances are filled with grace, with mercy, with compassion. So when Krishna looks at us, those glances of Krishna induce spiritual desires in us. Krishna's glances upon us create spiritual desires, maintain spiritual desires, and fulfill spiritual desires. All three. Creation of spiritual desires, maintenance of spiritual desires, and fulfillment of spiritual desires. All three will happen by Krishna's glances. We should understand that when we are taking darshan of Krishna, it's not that we are only seeing him, he is also seeing us. And his seeing us is more powerful than we seeing him. Does it make sense for you? Does it connect to your question? Any other question, comment? Okay, we'll conclude here. Thank you so much. हरे कृष्ण। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।